Here's the truth about drugs. Drugs are awesome for a very finite amount of time. Here's what I mean. According to your DARE officer and your parents and your pastor and, every other grown-up in the world, drugs are going to ruin your life. You're going to smoke the weed. You're going to wake up pregnant. You're going to kill your friend. Your family's going to be murdered. Your life's going to fall apart. You're going to lose your job and your scholarship. And this is what actually happens. You smoke some weed. You blow a little coke. You do shrooms. You maybe even try heroin once or twice. Do some Molly. And you wake up the next day. Your life's kind of fine. You're not pregnant. You haven't killed anyone. You don't have a DUI. Still in school. Parents don't know. And then you start to think, oh my God, everyone was lying about drugs. Or worse, you tell yourself, I'm clearly just that 1 in 1,000,000% that can handle it. So you keep doing drugs. You keep blowing coke. You smoke weed every day. You do Molly on the weekends. And it's like bad eating. You can eat terribly for kind of a while, but it eventually catches up with you. Sooner or later, you hit a dead end. And it's the same thing that happens with drugs. Something happens, at some point, you just hit this wall where things do kind of start to unravel and go wrong. And you look around your life and your friends are distancing themselves and you've been fired from your last 3 jobs and your grades are slipping and you're kind of on academic probation. But it can't have anything to do with weed, even though your girlfriend left you and your parents are mad and they've cut you off. Drugs will ruin your life, just not right away. And that's why they're so bad. That's why bad food is so bad, because you think this is fine. The problem with drugs that I have, and I'm saying this from experience, I have done a lot of drugs, is that there's a difference between doing, just like food, a difference between having a slice of chocolate cake here and there at a friend's birthday and having half a cake every single day when you get home from school. There's something driving you inside that you need to anesthetize yourself against your own life. There is some deep pain you are trying to numb. And we as humans choose all manner of vices, whether it's food, whether it's drugs, gambling, shopping, sex, smoking, violence, whatever it might be. That numbing, that emotional Novocaine comes in a lot of different forms. And unfortunately, the only way out of emotional pain and trauma is through. What I mean by this is you cannot pave over that hurt with an outside thing. Surgery, casinos, credit cards, new clothes, selfies, social media followers, cocaine. It doesn't work. The psyche must be heard. This is the one thing I've learned through years of therapy. The psyche must be heard. She will let you know that you are in pain no matter what. And if your life has to come to a grinding halt because of it, so be it. And drugs, the grinding halt that your life comes to is so much more dramatic, so much more finite, and so much more impactful with so many more consequences than with eating or even shopping or something. You can stop eating, you can stop shopping. Drugs, shit, you're going to rehab. You might be going to jail. You might be going to the morgue. I also have a problem with drugs, and like I said, from a lot of experience, because you miss out on your own life. You become an observer in your own life and a passenger in your own life because you're no longer really making decisions. You're no longer really experiencing things. And a lot of you guys have emailed me questions. You're I smoke weed and whatever. It's that's the saddest thing I can hear a young person say, a teenager or a college student. When you were younger, when you were 10 and 11, you just wanted to get out there and live life, experience it. Just really soak it all up. And now that you can, you're just blunting yourself to that. Pardon the pun intended. You're just anesthetizing yourself and walling yourself off from those experiences because something inside you said, I cannot handle my life. I cannot handle living inside my mind. I cannot handle these social situations where someone might reject me and see the real me and reject, therefore, the real me. So I'm going to present them with the high me, the stoner me, the rolling raver me, the coked up party girl me. So that when they reject me, it's not actual Shallon, it's party Shallon. I was doing a lot of coke when I moved to New York, a lot. And I didn't think it was a problem until one of my friends sat me down. She was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, kind of seem like you're doing a lot of blow. And I'm like, no, it's fine. I just, like it makes me feel like okay about my life and everything. Like everything's going fine in my life. And when those words came out of my mouth, it's like I heard them for the first time, and it was like very jarring because I realized I wasn't happy with the direction my life was going in. So instead of changing it, I was just trying to run away from it, and I was running into a bag of China White. And at some point in your life, it has to become harder to run away from your dreams and your problems than to just go after your dreams and to face your problems. And you need to get to that point quickly and without drugs, because your life is passing you by, and that's really sad. Don't let it happen.